What is going on, Buckeye Nation? It's another episode of Walks Buckeye Talks coming back with you. Uh, hey, this is a big week for us, big week for my Buckeyes. I'm excited. I love big games for the boys. The Block O, it's against the Nittany Lions, Penn State. It's always a good game. It's always a good battle with these guys. And this is my analysis of how I think the game is going to go. I'm gonna predict the score and what players that need to step up. But let's get to it. Once again, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Uh, so last year was a battle, man. Last year was a battle when we played Penn State at Penn State. It was a battle. 11 o'clock game. It wasn't like a whiteout per se, but they gave us a good battle, man. And we had C.J. Stroud. They came with that defense, good offense, veteran quarterback Sean Clifford. So, but this year, a year later, they still got a outstanding defense. Manny Diaz, he comes with a lot of exotic blitzes, a lot of pressures. They got Abdul Carter, who's a monster. It's like, man, why we can't get one of these Michael Parsons or a dual Carters, man, that we need so bad for the Buckeyes, man, a linebacker room. I'm not dissing our linebackers, but man, we missing that. We missing that to really, get back to the silver bullets, in my opinion. But dual Carter, they got Caleb King secondary is gonna be real sticky, real physical, play man coverage, bump and run. So hey, it's gonna be a test for everybody lining up, man. So I'm excited. The keys to the game, me personally, I think that it's up to the old offensive line. They have to protect Kyle McCord, man. He's a young quarterback. He's going to have to make really accurate throws and against man coverage. They are a very stingy defense. I saw them play against U of I, and they have 4 interceptions. Um, and that kind of like changed the game. I thought U of I was right there, really, honestly. If you really watched the game, U of I was really hanging with Penn State, a couple plays here and there, but man, their defense is so sticky, man, and they are some ball hawks out there. So the big concern I think with a lot of Buckeye fans right now is that offensive line, and they're going to have to play their best game, not only to pass protect, but we got to get some running. We got to get the running game going also. We got to stay on schedule. We got to help Kyle McCord out. We can't be in second and long, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10. Like we cannot have that. 3rd and 9. They'll kill us. It's going to be a long night for the Buckeyes. The offensive line, like I said, they're going to have to play the best game. They're going to have to stay on schedule, run the ball. And I think that's what a lot of Buckeye fans, we're kind of worried about this game. Not because we feel like Penn State is a juggernaut, but we just feel like the offensive line is just something about it, man. You know what I mean? So, but they played good against Purdue last week. So I'm just kind of, my antenna's gonna be up, when it's time to really play. Is the offensive line? Can they hold up? Can they hold up? I've always said we go as far as the offensive line take us. You know what I mean? Number two, Kyle McCord. Can he take another step? Right? Notre Dame was a big step. He led us to a victory. Now, can he take another big step and make some explosive big time throws? Can he see the field and can he let it rip? Because I think it's going to be opportunities to hit some downfield throws and man coverage if we get the opportunity. Can he do it? So that's two areas that I'm looking forward to. Can Kyle McCord step up and become a gamer? I've always said, man, we got to be gamers in these type of games. And my definition of a gamer is that when the lights are on, when the lights are bright, man, you got to show up. We know what we're going to get from Marvin Harrison. We know what we're going to get from certain guys out there. They battle tested. JT. We know we're going to get from Mike Hall, Tyleek. Can big time players step up? And that's what I want to see from Kyle McCord. He played high school ball in Pennsylvania. So hopefully he plays with an edge. He plays confident. And hopefully early on we can get him in a good rhythm. Like he started so late. Hopefully he can step up into the pocket, deliver some big time throws, and just play free, man. Play free, no turnovers, and just continue leading his offense, man. Because we're gonna have to be a little bit explosive. I think you saw it 2 years ago when C.J. Stroud was a first time starter. and they played against Penn State, and that defense was really, man, they really set the tone with Joey Porter, Brown. I think it's Jair Brown. They really set the tone early, just hitting the receivers real hard, playing physical. Can we overcome that? That year we did, but CJ Stroud also, they made it tough for him too. Pressuring the quarterback. He was up and down with his throws, so they just make it real tough. So Kyle McCord is going to have to really step up. He's going to have to be a gamer. Those are the two areas. Oh, I'm sorry. One more, defense. I know the defense is back. I'm not dissing the defense, but can we continue playing? Can we stop the run? That two-headed monster with Allen and Nicholas Singleton. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. Nicholas Singleton is more of a home run hit. Allen is more of a power back. Can we make it difficult for them to run the ball so Drew Aller has to pass the ball? Can our defense step up? These are the games that they did it against Notre Dame. This is another step. Can they show the world that, hey, this is not just a defense that can prey on lesser opponents. We can make big time stops in big key positions, and we can compete throughout the game. Secondary has to play great, and then up front they have to stop the run. The front seven, we have to be physical, stop the run, be gap disciplined, because they're going to run some gap schemes. Until we can stop it, they're going to run it. So it's just one of those games, man. I think those are my three keys right there. If the offensive line can play the best game that they've played, if Kyle McCord can step up and make big time throws in key parts of the game, and our defense can stop the run, at least keep them about under four yards a carry, I think we have a good shot at beating them. I really do. I'm not sitting here thinking I think Penn State is a great team, but I think the Buckeyes can do it. I think those are my three keys right now that I'm looking for when the game is going on. I've been hearing a lot of talk on Twitter, different podcasts that look like we're going to be limping into this game. I'm hearing a Mecca is 50-50 game count decision. I'm hearing Burke is probably not going to play at all, so that's a big loss, man. That's a guy who's been playing like an All-American, and I hate to hear that, man, because we need Burke, but we just gotta, that's why you recruit the best. They got to step up in a big time game. And our secondary, they got to stay focused and be ready. And hopefully Travion is playing also. I haven't really heard the word about him or Chip, but only thing that I believe one of the podcasts that I listened to, I think maybe Buckeye Huddle or something like that. They said they did spot all three running backs, Chip, Mayan, and Trey, in their practice gear. So hopefully that's a good sign. So we're gonna need three good backs, man, to play, because we gotta stay on schedule with our running backs. We gotta get them in a good rhythm, help Kyle McCord out. But those are my three keys for the Buckeyes. For Penn State, I don't know right now. I know they're good. I know they're talented, but if you look at their schedule, they really haven't. And I know I don't want to get caught up in. I know you got to look at the film. And I have watched them a little bit against West Virginia, and I watched them quite a bit against U of I. They're a really good team. They have a really good left tackle who's probably going to be a top 10 pick. Their interior is okay, and the right tackle is okay. Like, they're a good unit that works together. But U of I was actually controlling the line of scrimmage there for a little bit. They was making it really hard for Penn State to run the ball. Drew Aller did make some good throws, but it was really U of I had an opportunity to kind of, just make it a little bit of game in the first half. They wasn't going to beat Penn State, but they were really controlling the line of scrimmage. Their interior line was, I believe the guy last name is Howard. I think he's a really good defensive tackle for U of I. And U of I is University of Illinois, if anybody's wondering. But I watched that game, and they were really controlling up front. It's just the quarterback, they threw 4 picks. You can't do that. Even with that, though, the defense, U of I defense is playing some really good ball. So it's not like they're Georgia or Alabama. We're going to be able to move the ball. We're going to be able to stop them, but it's about getting key stops and making it really difficult. This is an offense who, even though they score a lot of points, and then they scored 63 last week against UMass, but they said they haven't really completed. They're not a really explosive offense. They haven't completed a pass over 20 yards, and I think they tried it like a few times last game and only completed it one time. So I don't know if it's something that they're trying to, like, maybe I don't know if they're not good at it. They don't get the separation from the receivers. or Drew Allar's not comfortable of throwing deep balls. I don't know. That's something that we have to wait and see. What we also need as a defense, we have to prevent that. Uh, don't let them start completing on us, as I should say. I saw that last year with Michigan when J.J. McCarthy couldn't complete a pass downfield. All of a sudden, he looks like Tom Brady picking us apart downfield, throwing deep balls to wide open guys. So we have to prevent that. Don't start letting that happen on us. That's all I always say. But it's hard to read. They played West Virginia, who's an okay opponent, nothing special about them. They just more talented. Then if you look at the schedule, they played Delaware, Illinois, Iowa, Northwestern, and UMass. No world beaters. Northwestern's down. Illinois is okay. West Virginia is okay. Then you play two FBS schools, I believe. So, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. They look good on paper. They look like they're dominant on defense. They look like their offense is going to be pretty good. But the good thing about this is that our Buckeyes are battle tested. They went to South Bend, so they just have to be ready to play. Man, it's going to be a very crazy crowd. We're at home. Let's feed off the crowd, man. You see it all the time in college that people feed off the crowd, man. I feel like we haven't got a victory like that in a long time, where the crowd just we ride the emotions of the crowd and the electricity of the crowd at that home stadium in the shoe, and we kind of just make plays. I think of back in 2018 when we played Michigan, when it looked like we were finally going to lose to Michigan, and the crowd just started rocking, and we got a big play here, and it was like a pump block and an interception. It's like we just rolled the crowd to victory, and that's what I want this Saturday, man. Especially if we're going to be limping in, playing with house money per se. Let's ride that crowd, man. I hope the Buckeye crowd is wicked, is wild, is crazy, making it hard for the offense, making it difficult. We get the momentum on our side, and we don't give it up. Penn State is one of those teams where they just don't quit, man. They just always play us so tough, man. Like last year, they just played us tough. The year before, when we had to play them at home in the Scarlet, same way at night game, they just played us so tough. COVID year, we were 10 times better, but they would not go away that year. It was like you look up and they were down like 14. It's like, dog. Like, man, they just play us tough. And always say against Penn State, everything weird happens. Like, right? That's what I feel like the blocked field goal for a touchdown when Urban was there, 2000, I believe I was 17. And, they just everything just weird happens against them. We fumble or a tip interception, or they just never give away. They play us so tough. And I think they're coming in very confident. They're 6-0. James Franklin is confident. You can just tell they talk. The players are confident. They defensive coordinator is confident. Like they expect to really put it on us, and we have to be ready. We have to start winning these games. And I have confidence in Ryan Day. I believe that it's going to be a great game plan by him. Can the defense make plays? I hope the defense can get some turnovers. I believe turnovers is going to be very key in this game. Whoever can cause a couple turnovers, an interception here, fumble here, maybe a stop on fourth down. It's going to be critical. These type of games, a play here and there really decides it. So I'm looking forward to it. I do think it's going to be a close defensive battle early on. I'm expecting maybe like a 10-10, 13-10 at half. I think it's going to be real close. And I think it's going to be a defensive battle, man. I really do. I think our defense is going to be up for the challenge, knowing that we don't have Denzel Burke. You coming in with two first-time starting quarterbacks, I do think the crowd is going to be able to play a factor at times. But I do also feel like they're going to get home at times with their blitz and make Cal McCord, second guess or hold the ball too long early on. So I expect a defensive battle. I'm expecting like a 28, 27, 21, 24, 28, 24, something of that nature. I really do. I don't think it's going to be like a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be similar to Notre Dame, but I think both teams are going to score a little bit more. I don't think it's going to be like a 17-14. I think it's going to be like I don't know, man, like a 26-21, some weird, man. I think it's going to be something like that, and of course I'm predicting my Buckeyes, man, but it's going to be a great game. We have to really apply pressure to Drew Allard. I think he's a solid quarterback, young but solid. And we're at home, man. We got to protect the shoe. It's going to be a big weekend. We got everybody coming in. CJ Stroud's supposed to be there. All kind of recruits, man. We got to win this. We got to win these type of games. You know, Penn State is one of those teams that's knocking on the door, knocking on the door. We got to ride the momentum of the crowd, and we got to take it home, man. But I think it's going to be a very good game. I'm excited, but we'll see what this Penn State game holds for us. You know, I just look at the future. If we can get past Penn State, you look at going to Camp Randall next week, and that's going to be a difficult game because Wisconsin always plays us tough at Camp Randall. Ever since I've been following the Buckeyes, since I've been old enough, I remember going there with Terrell Pryor, #1 team, and they spanked us. I remember going there again when Terrell Pryor was a freshman, and we barely edged it out. Like I remember JT Barrett overtime throw, like they always play us tough at Camp Randall at night. So that game is going to be tough. You're facing a former Ohio State coach, but it looks it's going to be tough, but it's not going to be as tough because they just lost their starting quarterback. So you just look, if you can get past this 2-game stretch, man, or if you can have an emotional win and maybe come out and beat up Wisconsin at Camp Randall, man, that's like big time right there, man. And that's big time for the program. That's big time for Ryan Day, the confidence as a coach. You know, he's finally getting it, man. So I'm looking forward to it, Buckeye Nation, man. I'm happy. I love big games, even though I'm always nervous. Like I'm playing, it's crazy, man. I always tell my wife I hate being a fan because it's like I'm too invested for no reason because I'm not even playing. You know, my playing days are over, but I'm excited for my Buckeyes. I'm excited for the team, and hopefully we get it done this Saturday, man. It's gonna be a 50-50 game in my opinion. But if my three keys can step up, offensive line, if we can step up, Common Core and our defense can continue playing good, solid football and stopping the run, I believe we had a chance, man. I really do. But that concludes this analysis of what I think is going to happen for this Saturday, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock Eastern against the Ohio State versus Penn State. I believe it's going to be a really close game. I'm expecting a really defensive battle early on with a couple big time scores late. I believe we're going to do just enough to edge it out again and maybe get a win. I'm gonna say 28-24 Buckeyes. 28-24 Buckeyes. And it's gonna be fun, man. So once again, like, subscribe, comment, share, feedback, everything that counts, man. You know, anything. Continue supporting the show. I'm sorry. Continue supporting the channel, and it should be a fun time. Go Bucks.